cast on with the long tail cast on method, you start by placing a slip knot a distance away from the end of your yarn. But to calculate that distance, wrap the yarn around your needles and many times as the number of stitches you want to cast on. So in this case we're doing it 21 times. So this is 21. We are adding just a little bit more so we have some yarn to weave in the ends with. So the way you do this is the way to make a slip knot is to loop your yarn and then pinch your thumb and index finger together, place it into that loop, and from the back pull out the yarn, and here you got a slip knot. You'll then place that slip knot on your needle. Make sure that you have your tail end to the front and then your working yarn to the back. Now grab your left hand and grab the yarn. Again, take your thumb and your index finger and pinch them together and place them in between the two strands, so you have your tail end to the front and your working yarn to the back. And now pull back your yarn so it looks like a slingshot, like this. You will now use the tip of your needle to cast on with, so place it at the base of your thumb and then push it up towards the tip of your thumb underneath the yarn that is wrapped around your thumb, and then pick out the yarn from the index finger and pull it back out through this loop. Let go of your thumb and then use it to tighten up the stitch. Make sure that your stitches is loose enough to kind of move up and down on your needle. You can use your index finger over and the right hand to kind of hold on to your stitches while you're casting on. So again, pull back your yarn so it looks like a slingshot. Place the tip of the needle at the base of your thumb and then slide it up under the yarn that's around the thumb. Then pick out the yarn you have sitting over your index finger and pull out the yarn back out through that loop you had on your thumb. Move your thumb away and then place it back into the two yarns that you're holding with your left hand, and then you use your thumb to tighten up the stitch. And make sure not to cast on too tight. This takes a little bit of practice, so we'll just keep going. So with the tip of the needle we slide it up underneath the yarn on the thumb. Then we will pick out the yarn that's on the index finger and then pull the yarn back out of this loop, and with the thumb we'll place that back into the yarn we're holding with the left hand, and then we'll tighten up the stitch. So yeah, cast on 21 stitches and then I'll show you how to do the knit stitch.